Welcome back to another video. My name is Philip and today I'm going to be talking about problems and specifically the notion that we should try and get rid of all our problems if possible. And I just think this is very unrealistic because whether you're poor or super rich, you're still going to have problems. Yes, these problems are going to be very different. Rich people problems are very different from being poor, right? Different problems, but nonetheless, there are still problems. And my whole thing is you should not try and eliminate your problems. You should try and improve your problems. For example, working out. Let's say you have a problem of not exercising and not working out. That's your initial problem. You could say that's a big problem for you if your health is bad. And let's say you start working out. So now your next problem is I need to find a routine and a split that is good for my needs and my goals. And you solve that problem. And now the next problem is finding a gym next to you or a gym you can go to consistently. You find a gym. Now the next problem is being consistent. And then you solve that problem. Then the next problem is trying to improve your form or your form with exercises, with deadlifts, or with barbell bench press, with all these things, trying to improve your form so you can maximize your time at the gym. And that's your next problem. And you solve that problem. And now you have the next problem. Your initial problem of not going to the gym is far worse than the problem of improving your form and your technique. Right? That's a way better problem, improving your form and your technique, than not going to the gym, because you've improved your problems. And that's the whole point. You should want to improve your problems. If you have a big problem right now, don't try and eliminate it. Try and solve it so your next problem will be much better. Then you can look back at your old problems and issues and be like, damn, I really appreciate the problems I have now because they are much better. That should be your aim. That should be your goal, just to continuously improve your problems, continuously try and solve any problems you have. But I will say, these issues you try and solve, these problems, they could just be surface level problems that are made from deeper rooted issues. For example, let's say you order something on Uber Eats and it comes 15 minutes late and you get super mad at the Uber Eats driver. You're pissed off, you're hungry, you get super mad and you think this is a problem or your food coming late, but actually it's not an actual problem, is it now? Yeah, I know you're hungry, I know you've been waiting, but is it an actual problem you should be emotionally mad at and emotionally invest emotions into this problem? Is it that deep? Or is it just because the real issue is you don't have patience and you're just a little bit ungrateful? That could be the deeper issue. And honestly, most likely is the deeper issue. And now this issue of impatience and not being grateful has created this surface level issue of being mad at the Uber Eats driver and thinking that him coming late is an issue, which it actually isn't. So just be aware of these surface level issues, and the best thing you can do is solve these surface level issues and find out where they root from. Where's the root of this issue coming from? And then when you find the source, solve that source, and then from there, just continue getting better problems. I think this is fairly simple, right? Like, aim to get better problems. And I'm not saying this can work for everything, right? I would say this is mostly like a model of how you should view your problems. Try and get better problems. I'm not saying it's going to work for every issue, every problem, but for a lot of issues, this can be a helpful tip or a helpful way of viewing problems in general, because you're not going to solve all your issues. You're not going to eliminate every issue in the world. Even if you're a billionaire, that's not going to happen. Because honestly, humans are just weird. We cannot stay content. We cannot just be content. We just always have to have some issue here or there, because the more you try and control and eliminate your issues, the more you will feel out of control, because you can't control life. And the more you try to control it, the more you feel out of control. That's it.